Welcome in, everyone. This is Uma's Lotus Lounge, Season 3, Episode 22. Wow, we're just getting up there in numbers, right? So good to have you guys here. If you are new here, welcome in. This is a featured stream here on the Plenty of Fish app, which means that the Plenty of Fish app love the show and they wanted to sponsor it. So please be on your best behavior. We have the bouncers in the room. And if you do say or do anything negative or detracts from the show, we will have to bounce you out of here. All right. And sometimes, unfortunately, if you get bounced from a featured stream, it is a permanent ban. So you guys don't want to play with that. You know, we're about to end 2023 and start 2024. I'm sorry, I might sound like I have something in my mouth. I do. I have a mint. I have a head cold. I just came back from vacation. We went to the Florida Keys. And, you know, doing that whole cold to hot, hot to cold, I don't know, it gave me a little bit of a chest congestion. So we'll work it through. We'll work it through the show. All right. Welcome in, everybody. By the way, I am 40K away from hitting 21.6. I am happy to wear somebody's name. So definitely spin those wheels. You never know. You might hit a dragon and then take that and have a top badge wear your name. Thank you, Miss Goldie. Me, my man, my kids, we all had a good time for sure. All right, so we start our show with free affirmations. Affirmations are not readings. They're just a positive word sent in your direction to help you have a better day, better week, better month, you know? It's been one of those things. Anomaly. Hi, sis. Welcome in. So if you would like a free affirmation, these are free. They're just positive words spoken to you. Please put a 1 in the comments. And if I missed your one, put it again and I will read it for you again. All right. All right, Miss Goldie, I am ready. My intuition is always guiding me. I trust my decisions. Anomaly, I am limitless. That's what I'm talking about. I am constantly growing and upgrading myself. I love it. I know Mr. Crawley is in here. I am generous. I will stay open to receiving good and generously giving good. Kyle was in here too. I am proud. I deeply love and accept myself. I trust the universe has beautiful plans for me. Hi, Alan. We're doing free affirmations. If anyone would like a free affirmation, please put a 1 in the comments. Hi, Spiritual King. Welcome in. Welcome in. This is the Lotus Lounge. Spiritual King, I am evolving. Who I am is not tethered to the past. Hello, answer. I am mindful. As I move through my day, my body, mind, and soul are aligned with my higher self. Thank you for the gifts. Appreciate you. Thank you. Anyone else would like a free affirmation? Welcome in. This is Uma's Lotus Lounge, a featured stream here on the Plenty of Fish app. And if you're new and you've never been here, please feel free to say hello. We love to greet the new people, welcome you in. And of course, as always, if you have any questions about streaming, streams, being a live streamer, being a top badge, please feel free to incorporate them through the show and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Welcome in, Answer. We're happy to have you here and hope that you enjoy your time on streams, okay? All right, so for those of you that don't know me, my name is Uma. I am a top badge here on the app. I am a featured show host, the featured show host of Uma's Lotus Lounge. And in real life, off of this app, I am the CEO of the Lotus and Light Metaphysical Center. So what I do here on streams, psychic readings, meditation, affirmations, I do in real life, you know. I'm a certified life coach, a Reiki master teacher, healer. Gosh, I have over 40 modalities, guys. So I can't list all of them, but you get the drift. I'm here to help you evolve, rise, transcend what you are going through. Welcome in, Sunny. We have our featured guest in the building. By the way, if you like Sunny's vibes and you think she's the cat's meow, because she is, definitely feel free to come back at 7 p.m. when we record our Wellness Wednesday podcast show for the Lotus Lounge podcast, starring Sunny. And Sunny is going to be talking about self-care tips for the holidays. Self-care tips for the holidays. All right, dolls, welcome in. Thank you. So let me give some affirmations to the people that just came in. So Sunny, I am grateful. Gratitude awakens the good to unfold in my life. Sarah, I am motivated. I trust that I know what is best for me. Eli, I am fulfilled. Everything in my life is happening for me. Thank you, Spiritual King. And if you send me gifts, you get another affirmation. Spiritual King, I am authentic. My authentic self is my most powerful state. Z06 King, I am resilient. Failures do not define me, they fuel my growth. Can I get an amen for that? Because let me tell you, I got a story for y'all. Y'all won't even believe. It's been a time. Dolls, I am present. Today I will pay close attention to the ideas that flow to me. Eli, I am compassionate. Every person in my life is either a lesson for me or I am a lesson to them. Mr. Coolio, welcome in. Thank you, King, for the holiday rain. King, you get I am aligned. Today, I choose to release all beliefs, people, and energies that no longer serve my highest and greatest good. Hi, guys. Welcome in. So, you are taking part right now in Uma's Lotus Lounge. It's a featured stream here on the app. It's an actual show. So, it's not a conversation topic discussion stream. But if you want that, you can definitely come back at 7 p.m. tonight when I have Sunny as my guest to do self care tips for the holidays. All right. Who's been having a go of it just recently? We've had Mercury retrograde. That's going till January 2nd. We just came into full moon Cancer. Have you been feeling emotional? Have you been quarreling with your loved ones? Have you just been feeling spicy, a little spicy? Okay. That is to be expected. Okay. We have so much magnetic energy going on right now that sometimes we want to take it as that is the person, that is how they are, that is who they are. But we have to remember that we are comprised of 70% water. And we've seen what the moon does to the water, right? The waves, the tidal waves that come in and flow out always gets affected by the moon. We have a full moon in Cancer. Cancer is a water sign. So if you are feeling emotional, if people around you are feeling emotional, the most important thing right now is to hold space and have grace. Have grace for yourself, have grace for others, hold space for yourself, hold space for others. Because all I'm saying is who you are today and what is going on today does not define you. It is your emotions coming out. All right. So I've been going through it. I know some of you guys have been going through it. Yesterday, I drove to the bookstore. I was like, let me go to the bookstore. Let me just read something, just get my mind off of stuff. And boom, I got hit by a deer. Yep, got hit by a deer. And I just had to laugh because these kinds of things happen in a Mercury retrograde, and especially with the full moon Cancer, there's a lot of stuff that just happens, you know? It's one of those things. It's one of those things that you just got to kind of flow with it and just trust that things are going to get better. And do you guys notice that at the end of a year, the energy just always seems to amplify? And then when you move into the new year, it's like a burst of fresh energy. And I can think again, I can see the sun again, right? So that's what you want to remember. Yes, a deer. My car got hit by a deer. And I don't know. I'm gonna have to take it tomorrow. Thank you. I'm gonna have to take it tomorrow and get that all checked out. And we'll see what's going on. All right, we have our special guest in the building, Sunny, but she's not coming in until 4:30. So before we get to Sunny, I'm gonna read you how to know you've evolved more than you give yourself credit for. Do you feel like that? That sometimes you feel like I am evolving, but I'm not sure. Am I evolving? Am I the same person? Right? So, how to know you've evolved? We have 15 tips. 15 tips. And I would love for this to be an interactive show. Hi, Olar. So if I say something that resonates for you, please shout it out and say, yes, Uma, that's exactly what I know. So it's hard to see how far along the path you've come while you're so focused on taking each step. You've probably had the experience of a third party commenting on how much you've changed, but barely being able to realize only because you're with yourself each day. This is normal, but it's also the product of focusing on what's left to do rather than what you've already accomplished. which is why it's often hard to give yourself the credit you really deserve. Here is a few little signs you've evolved more than you realize. And I picked this essay for today because this is our last show of 2023. Next week, we're going to be in 2024. So I thought, wouldn't it be nice for us to do a little reflecting and see how far we've come this year? Yeah. Yeah. So, number one, if this resonates for you, put a one in the comments. I'm going to read it and tell me if this resonates for you. Number one, you have something in your life that you would have previously considered impossible or at least a dream come true. For example, sobriety, a degree, a partner, a dream job. One. Yep. I definitely have a lot of things that, you know, have been a dream come true. And it's just one of those things that you're just like, wow, I didn't even think about that. All right. Number two, put a two in the comments if this resonates for you. You forget how much you've gone through simply because it doesn't cross your mind anymore. Your past seems like it happened in a different life. I'm gonna put a two for that. I used to struggle so much with certain things, and now it's like I don't even think about it. Right? Hi, Sir Tim. Yeah, Sunny, King, Sir Tim. Yeah, it's funny when you think about that. Like, could you guys tell me something that you used to struggle with that you don't struggle with anymore? I used to struggle with time management, not having enough time to do all the things that I love to do. And then it's like, I started getting like a handle of my schedule to the point where it's just clockwork. And now I don't even have to think about it. Same thing with meditation. I meditate every day, though I will say this month it's been very hard to meditate. So my meditations were more like 5 minutes of just sitting and breathing, but at least, hey, you got to get it in. You got to get it in. But it becomes part of like your natural work. Setting boundaries, that's a great one. Setting boundaries. I did meditate for 42 days. Life, I got a handle of life. I love it. All right, number three, how to know you've evolved more than you give yourself credit for. Number three, put a three in the comments if this resonates for you. Your criteria for a romantic type are personality traits, not physical characteristics. Your idea of love has expanded beyond the feeling that sexual attraction gives you. Ooh, that's a three for me. I used to when I was younger. He got to be 6 feet tall, dark, handsome. Now it's like, I'm like, he has to be kind. He has to be sensitive. He has to have humor, right? So, anybody else? Three? Is it just me out here? All right. Kevin's like, yeah, I'm looking more for characteristics too. Sunny's like, I'm working on that one. Smells good. 2.5. You know it. Now, number four, you have more than just your problems to talk about with your friends. More interests you than just gossip, as you've learned that those conversations have very little to do with other people and absolutely everything to do with you. Definitely a four. Yep. And I think most of the people in here could put a four because, we're not with that drama and trauma from streams, right? We're with the up leveling, evolving, growth mindset. All right, number five, the worst happened and then it passed. You lost the person you thought you couldn't live without, and then you kept living. Who here has been through a heartbreak? Put a five in the comments. Or you lost your job, you lost the love of your life, you lost a part of your body, a leg, a hand, something. You begin to realize that safety isn't in certainty, but in fate that you can simply keep going. That was a big lesson for me when I hit my 40s, that it's not about the happily ever after. It's about the fact that I can keep on going no matter what. Yeah. Your grandbaby. Oh, my condolences. All right. Number six, you have created your own belief system. If not entirely and thoroughly questioned your existing one, you no longer subscribe to anything that doesn't resonate or make sense to you. I'm a hard six on that. Sometimes I think people don't really get me because the way I think is so different to the norm. And it's very easy to judge people who think outside the box. Are you guys okay with that? People judging you, your decisions, your ideas, what you do, because it doesn't go with the norm or doesn't you don't do what people tell you to do? What, 24 years? Yeah, six, right, Kevin? All right, number seven. You're more discerning of who you spend your time with. Ooh, put a 7 if that is you. Child, I've cut out so many people from my life this year alone. You know, I'm a numerologist, and in numerology, they say that we move in 9-year cycles. I'm in the ninth year of this cycle that started in 2015. And when I tell you, it has been a year and a cycle of endings. I've lost so many people this year that I really thought were gonna be with me till the end. But there is a peace in letting go of people that are no longer part of your journey. When you grow in faith and when you evolve to a higher understanding, you understand that it's just so much more than people or things. It's you. It's about your journey. And sometimes people just got to go, you know? I always try when I have to make a cut in my life, I always try to do it in a respectful manner and in a loving manner. And as you guys know, most of you who've been here on streams, I've been on streams for 3 years. I've stopped talking, made cuts to people that are, on streams. They may drag me, but I don't believe in doing do for do. I just believe in keeping it moving, you know? That's the way to handle these things. All right. Number 8, you don't change any part of yourself, your personality, your opinions, your clothes based on who you're going to be around that day. What you see is what you get. Any eights in here? That's definitely Uma, and that's definitely Sunny. Hi, Savage. Definitely Uma and Sunny. Dolls, okay, I like it. And King's like, I'm up that by a 10. All right, number 9, you don't blame other people for your problems anymore. Do we have anybody who doesn't have a victim mentality? I really can't do victim mentality. Can you guys do victim mentality? Mm-mm. Can't do it. If I hang out with people and they have a victim mentality, I gotta go. I gotta go. We are responsible for what happens in our life. Even if it may look like it's somebody else doing something to you, you are the one that's creating what is happening in your life. Trust me on that. Number 10, you don't relate to a lot of your old friends anymore, but you can still keep in touch and appreciate the role they had in your life. I'm definitely a number 10. Anybody else is a number 10? There's a lot of people I don't talk to anymore, not because we had a falling out, but just because we don't relate anymore, right? Yeah, so that makes sense for a lot of people. All right, number 11. You're not worried about fitting in anymore. You sincerely don't want to be normal, and you sincerely do not care about being cool. As you now see that the cool kids usually don't get very far past high school. Look at all my 11s. Yep, we don't want to fit in. How many can I just see how many people are okay with their own company? I literally am in the house by myself. My partner's at work, my kids are at their dad's, and I've just been enjoying being alone, right? Yeah, it's a great feeling to just be able to enjoy your own company. I live alone. I know you move my passing of my wife fast. Move past my passing. Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like you have to just be okay with yourself. Once you master that, I think that's one of the master hacks in life. Once you realize you don't need anybody or anything, you need yourself though. You can't give up on yourself. Number 12, you can talk about the problems in your life that you thought you'd absolutely never get over. And you can also talk about exactly how you got over them. I am definitely a 12. A lot of times I talk about being a survivor of sexual abuse as a child. I was sexually abused as a child. And when I used to talk about it in the past, I would cry about it, but now I can talk about it without crying. That's growth, you know? 12. Hi, Carly. Thank you for the love, bear. All right, number 13, you stop and enjoy life more often rather than just sprinting from goal to goal. Do you guys take time out? I'm a DV survivor. Congratulations, Miss Goldie. I do. Yeah, right. Sunny, like you hit that goal and you're like, let's relax a little bit. I actually slowed all, like I wanted to hit 22 milli by the end of the year here on streams before we hit 2024, but I slowed so far all the way down now I got to kick it back up. Because I didn't even realize we're at the end of the year. So I'm going to have to do some streaming these next few days. I don't know if I could do it, but we'll see. I'm a life survivor. I like that. Okay, number 14, you're highly skeptical of anything that's fed to you as being just the way things are. You're always open to the idea that there could be different, better, kinder, more enlightened way to live, and you're always willing to at least try for it. Anybody in here, number 14? I'm definitely a 14. I don't like doing it the way people tell me to do it. I like to find my own way to do it. And I always feel that it can be better. And finally, number 15, if you were to tell your younger self about the life you have now, they sincerely won't believe you. I need to see a lot of 15s for that because I think so many of us have gone through so much. We've accomplished so much. We've survived so much that our younger selves will be sitting there like, wow, we did that, right? Thank you, Sir Tim. Same to you. Blessings to you. Welcome in, everybody. This is Uma's Lotus Lounge, a featured stream here on the Plenty of Fish app. Thank you for being here and hanging out with me. We have a great hour full of positivity, positive vibes, and I love these gifts. Thank you. I've been gone for a while. I didn't get to see all these nice new gifts. Lovely. Thank you. Big shout out to Zeo6 King. All right. Can't wait to get this lady in the box. She has definitely been here before in the Lotus Lounge. She is one of my favorite streamers here on the app. So without further ado, because I can't wait to just talk to her, please put some clapping hand emojis in the comments and welcome in my friend, fellow live streamer, Sunny. Thank you, dolls. Hello, my love.
Hello. I said you
look
seeing black hair today, so I put some black hair on.
Oh my, you look gorgeous. I think we need to rock the black hair more often.
Yeah, I know. It's just so far from my regular color that I stray away from it. But I like it when I put the black hair on every once in a while.
It looks so good. So Sunny, I'm gonna give you a minute to just introduce yourself to everybody, tell everybody about your streams and if you have a schedule, what you do. Yeah, go ahead.
And I'm off schedule today. I missed my own show at 3:00, but I'm here for you. I made it on time for y'all. But hello, everybody. I am Sunny. I am a streamer out here in these Meetme streets. I've taken a little bit of a hiatus too, just because you have to do that self-care, that hard reset, as I call it. But I do have a show on Tuesdays. At Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. I go back and forth. It's either taboo topics, talking about those hard hit things. I've done Strength of a Woman. I've done a book club where we did on a book called The Unheard. So it's just a lot of things that we do on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern is Reinvented with Sunny, where I take your leftovers, show you a new way to cook it with some new herbs and spices and fruits and things like that. Just a different cooking technique, and get you something new, like that leftover chicken, and you got some potatoes, and you get the potatoes and the carrots and add some peas and make some gravy and make you a shepherd's pie. It's just to show you to do those things to save and stay out the what you call it, the drive-through, with just some new interesting techniques. I've been doing motivational Sundays, where we do gospel music and people come in and they may give a talk, they may do a poem, they may give a testimony of where they're from and how that week was on them, just to give some motivation, because these streets can be toxic sometimes. So we meet up on Sunday nights at 7. I am the first and only originator of the Gospel Explosion on the app. I do that every 4 months, and we have an amazing lineup of praise dancers, singers, poets, musicians. We have that, and that'll be coming up soon. So y'all can hit me on my IG, because I post everything. Oh, and I'll be a TikTok. I'm officially a TikToker now, so I'll be doing my TikTok thing starting next week. It came a little faster than I expected, but I'm officially a TikToker. They gave me my business account, so I'll be TikToking next week. I don't know if I was supposed to say that name, but.
Oh yeah, I was just over there today, and you make bank over there. That's all I'm gonna say. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
Had to get all them ducks in a row,
Yeah.
Sometimes when we take that time back, we take that time because we got to get our next steps together. So. That's what I had to do.
Well, that's what we're talking about tonight. Tonight, guys, we have Wellness Wednesday at 7 p.m. I have a podcast. It's called the Lotus Lounge Podcast. Anywhere you find podcasts, Spotify, Buzzsprout, Apple Podcasts, you look for the Lotus Lounge. It's like an orange background with like a cartoon picture of me. But
Mhm.
subscribe. But we have different shows, and Sunny will be on that podcast tonight. We're doing
Yes,
self-care tips for the holidays.
yes,
Do you
yes,
do you
yes,
feel that
yes.
self-care in general and self-care for the holidays are different, or it's the same thing?
I think I think the holiday self-care is something specific in itself, but we should have it in a way that it carries us and sustains us until we have to do that next. Really, that next real self-care. Because the holidays, especially this holiday part time, November, December, is really hard because those are holidays where people feel more grieving during that time. So, like the 4th of July is the it's food and it's fireworks and that kind of thing, and it can be a little distracting. But just from what I've seen of people, once it hits October, when that time changes, so the sunlight is changing, that seems to be a little harder. So I think that's when people need to do a little more self-care, just when that October hits, before Halloween. Before Halloween.
Yes, yes. And that's because I love the holidays, but it's so funny because holidays are a time of sadness for some people. In
Yes.
fact, most people know because Rose has said it, a fellow streamer on here, guys, Rose, big Rose, not the little one. We were on
Say it all,
vacation,
not the little one.
not the little one. We were driving back from Key West from our vacation on Christmas Eve, and he got a call that his uncle passed.
Yeah, yeah,
And it was it throws the whole. So we didn't really have a big Christmas to say because there was just a lot of sadness in the
yeah. I,
house.
I actually
So it's
streamed on
interesting.
Christmas for that reason. I don't normally stream on Christmas, but I did because
Mm.
somebody that's really close to me lost her mom and dad before she was 10 years old. And then I have another friend who just lost her dad. And then another fellow streamer that a lot of you all know lost her sister a few months ago. And I have another friend that's a streamer who lost her mom this time last year. So I actually streamed on Christmas just so they would have a safe place to come in and
Yeah.
hang out and have some good feeling for a while. Yeah, it's hard on them.
It's it seems to be like as we get older, we have to face that more, right? About having more death or illness, around the holidays. I remember as a kid, right? When we were kids, oh my gosh, we can't wait. But it's like now you think about what were your parents going through? What were they
Yes.
dealing with during those some
Mm-hmm.
holidays we remember our parents being stressed, right?
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Caramel. And
Yeah.
maybe they had people that were passing away. We didn't even know, right?
Exactly. And another big stress around this time of the year, which we should not put ourselves through. And I'll tell y'all how I got myself out of that. And that is gifting guilt. You
Ah,
are
yes.
not obligated to gift anybody, not even your children. If they have a safe home with electricity, with lights, with water running, food, clothes in the closet, you are not obligated to gift anybody anything, even if they gift you. You're not obligated, and a lot of us go into debt over it. So that's an extra stress, and that self-care has to pop in then because we're stressing about getting this for that one, getting that for that one. And what I did when my oldest was 13, yeah, 14, to say 14. So my children were between 4 and 14. I started grab bag in the house. And I said, you all, it's $20 a piece. Buy as many things as you can with that $20. We'll have the games, we'll cook together, we go out and have a snowball fight or whatever. And I gave out IOUs. I gave out IOUs
Mm.
by age because after Christmas, you're going to get 10 times the amount of stuff that you would have gotten if you bought it before Christmas. And they were grumbling and they were griping at first. And then when they went out shopping, Mom, I got 3 pair of jeans, a jacket, long john shoes, and I still got some money left. And I did that from the time my oldest was 13 until he left for college. I did it, and I continued it on with the rest of them that were in the house. And it was never a problem after that. They were looking forward to their little box with their gift, with their
Yeah.
IOU in it after that.
They're like, oh, you saw. I saw this meme on Instagram that was so.
Mhm.
I actually posted on my
I
Instagram
can't see.
story. A woman was writing, and she said, my parents told us every Christmas you can either choose gifts or a family vacation. This
Mm.
year we're going to Costa Rica, and I can't tell you when we used to get gifts. I can't remember any of the gifts, but I remember every single trip, every single vacation, and I thought that was really smart. You
Exactly,
know,
exactly.
you want
Mine remember one of
vacation,
the
you want
biggest things they remember is the food fight we had while we were making cookies and somebody dushed some flour, and then here go the eggs, and okay, now they're in the refrigerator getting the condiments out, the ketchup and the mustard. Yeah.
I
We
love
had a
it.
real live food fight, went on for about 30 minutes, and then everybody got quiet. It was like everybody looking around like everybody get a mop, everybody get some towels, everybody get a bucket. We got to clean up.
I love that. I'm a little too OCD-ish, to like do that, but I love the idea. I love the concept. What
I was
funny.
surprised that I did it because I saw that mess afterwards. Like, ooh, but you
Yeah,
participated, so you can't fuss.
it definitely was worth it. You know what? I love to give gifts. I'm a gift giver. That's why I think I love live streams because I love
Okay.
getting gifts, giving gifts. And
Mhm.
but what I did this year, because money was tight. So what I
Yes.
did this year was I went to all these like really cheap stores, Walmart, stuff like that. And I bought 7 gifts each for my partner and my kids, but they were cheap
Hmm.
gifts,
Hmm.
like underwear, thermals,
Yep.
like little things that they needed that they
That
like
they're
my
going to
one friend.
use after Christmas, a month after, 2 months after, 3 months after, they're still going to be. My ex-husband, when my children were little, he worked for the Chicago Transit Authority, right? So they would have this separate thing with the credit union every year. And you could get a loan on your shares or whatever. He would get anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 every year to
Wow.
spend on Christmas for the children alone. And every year I said, they're not going to play with that stuff. I said, I promise you, in 2 weeks, they won't know where half the stuff is at. And he kept doing it year after year after year, two, three, four, 5K. We had a train set in our house. We were in a townhouse, and there was a train set that started when you first came in. The living room was there. It ran from the living room to the dining room, part of the kitchen, back around, up the stairs. A train set was going,
Wow.
you know. And I said, they're not going to know where these tracks are. And sure enough, in about a week, he's fussing. I said, nobody told you to go spend $1,500 on no train set to go all over the house. But what they remember is the IOUs, because it did what? They were able to go pick their own stuff. It taught them how to budget. It taught them a life lesson that things are cheaper afterwards. And that they remember more than these Christmases of two, four, $5,000. They don't even bring that up, but they bring up these IOUs. They bring
I
them
love
up.
that. Welcome. Thank you, Anomaly. Welcome in, everybody. This is Uma's Lotus Lounge. We are interviewing Sunny. She's a fellow streamer. Hit her with some gifts. Hit her with that fave. She does stream here as well. So before I have to, take you out the box and do all these psychic readings, I have to ask you, Sunny, you're such a
Yes.
positive person and you've been through a lot,
Yes.
right? What
Yes.
advice would you give to people that are going through something tough right now? Maybe they're smiling on the outside, but dying on the inside. What
Mhm.
advice would you give to people?
Look, I could you tell I had a big falling out with somebody before I logged in here?
No?
Okay. All right. That's why, because I call them resets. Small resets, hard reset. A hard reset is when you shut everything down. Small reset is when you say, I need a minute. I might need 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. We say we don't have time. You got time to do that soft reset. I laid myself down. I made sure the temperature was right in the house. I took my blood pressure, my pulse to see what it was at the beginning. I laid down and put on something cool so your body can breathe and you can just feel your legs and your arms or whatever touching each other because touch is healing, and just reset. You can think about it for a second, but say, okay, I have to let this go. I got to let it go for right now. It may get picked up later, but not until I am ready to handle it. Not until I'm ready to deal. And that is the biggest thing that I would say. Y'all take those small resets. I suggest everybody reset at the end of every doggone day. When you getting ready for bed, if you got 10 things in your head that bothered you that day while you getting ready for bed, pluck them out one at a time, one at a time. So by the time you lay down in your sanctuary and your what's supposed to be your solace and just your happy place in your bed, by the time you get that cover and that pillow just right, you don't want nothing clouding that rest that you're gonna get. So do those small resets, those small resets.
I love that. Thank you so much because I am, going through some things too. Full moon Cancer, Mercury, Gatorade, and all that good stuff. And I'm going through some things. And
And I'm a
I,
true
what
Cancer.
I do is
All my houses and sun risings and settings, everything is in Cancer for me. So I've been everywhere.
I'm telling you, I think what she's saying is 100%. Like for me, I just deal with one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Do you notice like when you go through trauma or you go through tragedy, like do you sometimes think to the future or you think
Oh,
about what would other people think? And and like guys, we got to stop that. You just got to
yep.
stay in the moment, stay in the
Yep.
present
What
moment and
what
just
is it going to be? You can think ahead, but think ahead for yourself. And that's why I
right.
said the boundaries was the biggest thing I had to stop. That was
Yeah.
the biggest thing because I was worrying about too many people, places, and
Yeah.
things, and not myself, and not myself. Mm.
Crazy, crazy how we do that. Wow.
Yes.
You're just golden. You guys, please hit this lady with a fave and check out her stream. Her
Yeah, because I've
streams
been
are
slacking too, and I'm gonna get back on my stuff. So at the beginning of the year, I'm gonna get back on that top
yeah,
badge goal because I've been
yeah.
slacking. I'm only like less than 400 faves away, and I decided to stop streaming on a regular basis. So yeah, y'all hit me with that fave and come on, help me get this top badge journey.
That part. And y'all could help me get to 80K this week so I could keep my top badge for the week. I
Period. Point blank.
appreciate it because I haven't really been streaming, but just help a sister out. So now before I let you go, what is the best piece of advice you can give us before I take you out the box? Your best
Reset.
piece of advice. The reset.
Reset and look up this song by Mary J. Blige called Good Morning Gorgeous. Play
Mm,
this song whenever you get in a funk. If y'all follow me on Instagram, y'all know I will post it every once in a while. And there's certain words in that song that says, I should have been easier on myself. I should have been easier on myself. That's what I would give you all for that piece of advice. Be easier on yourself because the world is not going to be. Lovers, partners, friends, family, their employers, they're not going to be. Be a little easier on yourself.
that's amazing. Thank you, love. And I will see you in just a couple hours at 7 p.m. So if you guys like her vibe and you like what she's talking about, come back at 7 p.m. for self-care tips for the holidays.
Or you want me to
Bye,
exit out or
love.
you gonna do it? I'll do it so
I'll
you
do it.
don't end no
Yeah.
stream.
Thank you.
Love you, baby. Oh, and that deer that ran into you yesterday, that was me because that's my spirit animal. That was me.
Oh
I
my
was trying to
gosh.
get
She
you.
was like, did you
Soon
have
as
to
y'all,
damage
as
my
soon as I
car?
read it, I said, I hope she know that was me trying to get her attention.
Ma'am, please. Now you cost me a couple $100.
Oh, you'll
So
get a cash out. Y'all make sure she get $100 cash out. Bye.
thank you, love. Thank you. I'm gonna need a $1,000 cash out to handle that. That deer coming at me, man, that was scary. Hi guys, welcome in, welcome in. So for those of you that are watching on YouTube, we are going to end the recording here. But for those of you that are watching me live in the Plenty of Fish app, stick around because we're about to do some psychic readings. If you are watching on YouTube and you want to be part of this so you can come get psychic readings, this show, Uma's Lotus Lounge, is every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern on the Plenty of Fish app. Just download the Plenty of Fish app to your phone. go to live streams, look for my name, UmaB1111, and hit the favorite button. Whenever I stream, you'll get a notification, and you can just turn off your notifications and just set your schedule to come in on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern.